Hi, this is James from JTP Machinery. I'm going to have a look at the Deutz K610 that we've just traded. It hasn't been cleaned yet. We will workshop test it, make sure it's ready for work. So we'll have a quick look at it and it'll give you an idea of what it is. So the K610 is the 6-cylinder version of the K series. Just get up and have a look in the cab. So as usual with Deutz tractors, you have a fair amount of adjustment on the steering. You can go up and down. And you can also tilt it. So this tractor has 2,048 hours on the clock, so it really hasn't done a lot of work. It's got the power shift monitor on the side, so on the side pillar. It has the easy drive trimmer loader control, so it's just a thumb control. Makes life a lot easier. So we'll have a look at the power shift here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 synchro speeds. And on top of that, we have low, medium, high in your power shift speeds. Joystick control here for one set of remotes on the rear, and you know, as usual with Deutz, we can lock them into position. So if you wanted to run something like an auger on the back, you can lock it so it stays on. We have another joystick here for the other 2 sets of remotes. As I said before, it's got the trimmer thumb control on it, and that's a separate system, so none of your remotes are tied up for loader control. Usual Deutz 3-point linkage control system, pretty easy to use, self-explanatory. Maximum height, your linkage speed control, slip control and draft control. We also have a little switch here that allows you to go up and down on your linkage at a press of a button. So if you're slashing, for example, and you get to the end of your line, you want to turn around, lift the slasher up, hit the button, linkage will go all the way up to whatever your maximum height is set at. And alternately, when you want to go back down, you hit the button, it'll go back. We have an engine hand throttle here. We also have an engine throttle memory button. So we can hold the engine revs at a fixed rev, hold the memory button down for 4 seconds, and the tractor will memorize that engine rev. So if I hit the button again, we'll go back to idle, turn around, do what I've got to do, headland, hit the button again, back up to exactly where we were before. Pretty handy feature for all kinds of jobs. We have an inching button at the back of the cab for the 3-point linkage, so when you're backing up you can inch the linkage up and down to hit your implement. PDO, on, off, auto, so when the linkage lifts up to whatever the preset amount is, probably set around 70%, which we can alter, it'll turn the PDO off and obviously then back down and turn it back on. This particular tractor has ACB or UHF fitted, Bluetooth, rear wipers, front wipers. Some tractors these days don't seem to have rear wipers, and I don't know why, except I think maybe it's a cost-saving exercise. This tractor also has a food and drink holder, and whatever you have the air conditioning on at the moment, it's set on cold, so it'll keep drinks and food, sandwiches cold. Another little compartment, drink holders. Air conditioning system is fairly simple. Recirculate, air conditioner on off, fan, so on. Orange flashing light, cab lights. Forward reverse shuttle. So, as you may already know, Deutz have one of the smoothest forward reverse shuttles on the market. They can be tailored to suit your application, so we can adjust your forward reverse shuttle and make it firmer or softer depending on what you require. Usual stuff, so ASM, which is automatic system management, I call it, but it actually controls your diff lock and your four-wheel drive, so that automatically, so you can switch that on and it'll turn it on and off depending on wheel slip and wheel angle. Or you can override it with manual diff lock, which locks front and rear diffs. Then your four-wheel drive on-off button there. So, all in all, it's a pretty tidy and easy to use machine. It's close to 130 horsepower, thereabouts. Good wheel equipment. This particular tractor hasn't done a lot of hours. It's mostly done linkage work, so it's dragged a plough and a seeder around a couple of times a year. So the customer, Ben, he's pretty good at looking after his machinery. Doesn't knock anything around. So as I said before, we haven't cleaned this tractor or anything yet. And as with most Deutz tractors, front axles are quite heavy. We very rarely have any trouble with Deutz front axles, especially on these larger tractors. They're pretty well bulletproof. You've got to try pretty hard to damage them. And of course, loaders standard Euro hitch, and this particular tractor comes with a 4-in-1 bucket. Alright, well, that's basic outline of the tractor. If you want more information, just give me a call or send me an email, and I'll answer any questions the best way I can. Thanks for watching.